Barefoot kickers were in the news this weekend on the social media because there was a tribute video that the NFL put out to barefoot kickers.
Today, we're diving into one of the strangest, oldest, and coolest trends in NFL history. The era of the barefoot kicker. Yes, that's right. Players who walked onto NFL fields with one shoe off and said, "Nah, I'm good." This is the story of how barefoot kickers rose to fame.
Snap back, the ball down, the kick is up, and it is good! With 2 seconds showing on the clock. From 26 yards, the Rams have the lead 13-12 with 2 seconds showing on.
Made NFL history and then disappeared forever. This is the rise and fall of the NFL's barefoot kickers, the specialists who literally put their skin in the game. How barefoot kicking started.
Snap, it's good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good! The Denver Broncos have won the AFC Championship.
Origins. The barefoot phenomenon began in the late 1970s, a time when soccer-style kicking was still new and kicking shoes weren't exactly high-tech. Some players experimented with kicking barefoot for better feel, more contact control, and a cleaner strike on the ball.
You kick good, we'll buy your shoe. Yes, keep the head down, don't look.
The idea seemed crazy, but a few brave or reckless kickers actually proved it could work. And that tiny group would spark a trend that lasted almost 15 years. The first barefoot superstar, Tony Franklin. Tony Franklin era. Every great trend needs a star, and for barefoot kicking, that was Tony Franklin, also known as the Barefoot Wonder. Franklin burst onto the NFL in 1979 with the Philadelphia Eagles and immediately made headlines.
Tony Franklin, who has kicked 6 out of 7 in the playoffs, will try not much more than an extra point. And New England has scored first.
In his rookie year, he kicked 2 field goals of 59 and 54 yards in the same game. At the time, that was unheard of. He kicked in freezing weather, he kicked in wind, he kicked in the freaking Super Bowl, all with no shoe on his kicking foot. Franklin proved that barefoot kicking wasn't a gimmick. It could be elite. Rich Karlis, the barefoot kicker of the Rockies. Karlis in big moments. Next came Rich Karlis, the kicker who became the face of barefoot kicking through the 1980s. Playing in Denver, yes, cold Denver, Karlis embraced the barefoot style and delivered some of the biggest kicks of the decade. His most iconic moment came in the 1986 AFC Championship game in overtime.
Here's the snap, it's good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good! The Denver Broncos have won the AFC Championship.
When he drilled the game-winning field goal, sending the Broncos to the Super Bowl, and he did it.
He barely skidded it off the upright to the left. Denver wins 13-10.
Barefoot on national TV in January. Karlis would go on to appear in Super Bowl 21, again kicking barefoot on one of the biggest stages in sports. Mike Lansford in the consistency era, the most accurate barefooter. While Franklin and Karlis gave barefoot kicking its flash, Mike Lansford gave it consistency. Kicking for the Los Angeles Rams from 1982 to 1990, Lansford became one of the most reliable kickers of his era. He wasn't known for monster distance, but inside 40 yards, he was as automatic as anyone in the league, and he did it season after season without wearing a shoe.
It's over. The Rams win.
Lansford proved that barefoot kicking wasn't just a headline-grabbing gimmick. It could be a legitimate long-term technique. Paul McFadden and the late 80s surge, a barefoot Rookie of the Year contender. As the 1980s continued, the trend kept growing. Then came Paul McFadden, who became an instant sensation for the Philadelphia Eagles in 1984. McFadden finished his rookie season as one of the league's most accurate kickers and was even a legit contender for NFL Rookie of the Year. He kicked with a softer, smooth touch style and became one of the last great barefoot specialists before the trend began to fade. Why barefoot kickers disappeared. The decline. So why did barefoot kicking die out? Well, a few reasons. Reason number one, modern kicking shoes got way better. Early shoes were stiff and bulky, but by the early 90s, shoes were lighter and thinner, giving kickers the same feel as going barefoot without freezing a toe off. Reason number two, weather. Cold weather games became a nightmare for barefoot kickers. At some point, coaches said, "We can't do this anymore." Reason number three, risk and reliability. One stubbed toe could end your season. Teams eventually wanted consistency over novelty. By the mid-1990s, barefoot kicking had virtually vanished from the NFL. The last barefoot experiments, the end of an era. By the 90s, only a couple players even tried it. Norm Johnson experimented early in his career, and punter Dale Hatcher occasionally went barefoot. But no one carried a torch like Franklin, Carlos, Lansford, or McFadden. The final barefoot kicker left the league in the early 1990s, marking the official end of one of the strangest traditions in NFL history. Legacy. Today, barefoot kicking lives on only in NFL highlights and trivia, but the players who tried it and succeeded remain some of the most unique figures the sport has ever seen. From 59-yard bombs to playoff game winners, these kickers left real marks on NFL history, and they did it their own way, one barefoot at a time. If you enjoyed this deep dive into NFL history, hit like, subscribe, and let me know which strange NFL tradition I should cover next.